voters took the first step to secure 4 more years. Right now, in every corner of our Commonwealth, what I see is hope and optimism, a belief in a brighter future, and the commitment to get the job done. It is a commitment built out of resilience. We have been through some really tough times together. We've gotten through the toughest of times, and we did that together. In each moment, relying on our faith and always leading with love and compassion, and by always looking out for our neighbors. You see, that's what makes Kentucky such a special place. In Kentucky, we take care of each other, and we believe in our core about that brighter tomorrow. Together, we're working to build on the progress we've made and emerge even stronger than ever. So tonight is a big step forward to continuing some of the best, most hopeful progress that Kentucky has ever seen. But get ready, because our optimism and the hope that we all feel for this state that we love is going to be tested. If you've turned on your TV recently, you know what I'm talking about. My potential opponents have been blanketing our airwaves. They're attacking, slinging mud, calling each other names. Heck, according to their commercials, they're all woke. But in all seriousness, their commercials are a steady, dangerous drumbeat of fear and division. Running Kentucky down, attacking our educators, our healthcare heroes, anyone that they can make the boogeyman that month. Whoever emerges tonight thinks that in order to win this race, to get this job, they're going to need to tear us apart, stoking divisions that violate the golden rule, turning neighbors against one another, all while ignoring or even trying to destroy those common bonds that bring us all together. We can't let that work. Put another way, we can't be doing that. We cannot miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Kentucky right now, the chance for us to be the generations that change everything for everyone who comes after us. Everything we're doing right now is about building for the future. These 3 years of record-setting economic development should lead us into 30 years of progress and prosperity. All this work we're doing, all this momentum we have is opening up so much potential. Just in the last 3 years, $24 billion in new private sector investment here in Kentucky. Those include huge economic development projects like Flash Steelworks coming to Bell County, Osmondson coming to Graves County, Lion First Responder PPE already in Lee County, Novellis growing in Todd County, Atlas setting up a headquarters in Breckinridge County, places that have felt forgotten and overlooked for far too long, but not under this Beshear Coleman administration. These are good-paying jobs that can change the trajectory of a family's future. They can transform entire communities. Today, Kentucky has 46,000 more jobs than before the pandemic. We have our lowest unemployment rate in the history of Kentucky. We have both lower income taxes and record budget surpluses. And all across the globe, the biggest companies are looking at Kentucky looking at what we have to offer and choosing to bring investments here. And our homegrown businesses are expanding like never before. You know, it wasn't by accident we became the electric vehicle battery production capital of the United States of America. It came to be by talking us up, showing what we have to offer, touting our workforce and the vibrancy of our people. But everybody on the other side, everybody else who's running for this office has been doing the opposite. Right now, somewhere in America, there is a CEO deciding where to move their business, and they're considering Kentucky. Let me ask you, is seeing people talk down our state and our economy, insult our people, and stoke divisions going to help that next company choose Kentucky? No. Of course not. But we know Kentuckians are tough, kind, hardworking people. Of course companies should want to move here. This is the best workforce in the United States of America. And we cannot let candidates who care more about a title than our people cost us that next great opportunity. So much opportunity. And think that we've created during some of the toughest years that we as Kentuckians have ever lived through. A global pandemic, tornadoes in western Kentucky that leveled whole communities, including my dad's hometown of Dawson Springs. Record flooding in eastern Kentucky that decimated places where people had lived for generations. But my faith teaches me that while weeping may linger in the evening, joy comes in the morning.
That's right.
Look at how we respond. Yeah.
Yes.
Look at how we respond. Neighbors, rescuing neighbors. The church in Dawson Springs where my grandfather preached was rebuilt in weeks after being flattened because the community showed up to get it done. People hauled out debris, volunteered their time, donated even when their own budgets were tight. We have truly lived the parable of the Good Samaritan. This is the Kentucky I know. Good people looking out for each other. It's a stark contrast to what we've seen in this primary on the other side. They're trying to pit us against each other, calling anybody who disagrees with them names, telling you it's okay to yell, even hate your fellow human being. We are so much stronger than that. People in Kentucky know that this isn't about right versus left. It's about getting things done.
Yeah.
There are no Democrat or Republican bridges. Delivering clean, reliable drinking water is not partisan. It's why I've now signed 627 bipartisan bills into law. 627. You know, in the last 4 years, some people have said that I wouldn't be able to get our priorities through a Republican legislature, that we wouldn't be able to get things done. Well, guess what? $500 million for clean drinking water. The largest public investment in the expansion of broadband. $250 million for career and technical education. $15,000 across-the-board raises for our Kentucky State Police. Infrastructure projects in our history. The Brent Spence Bridge Companion Project. While I'm governor, we're going to 4-lane the entire Mountain Parkway. And we've done so much on the I-69 corridor, we're now just waiting on Indiana. if that wasn't enough, we passed sports betting and medical cannabis. So just think about what we can get done in the next 4 years of this administration. For starters, we're going to get our educators a real raise, a big raise. We are going to pass universal pre-K. And we are going to continue to build on this amazing economic success. I want, and you want, a Kentucky that is a place where all of our kids have a future. As a father, this is personal. We want all of our kids to have opportunity and potential here. And they ought to have that opportunity in every single part of the Commonwealth and in every neighborhood in each of our cities. So yes, it has been a tough couple years in Kentucky. Tonight I'm missing my good friend Tommy Elliott, who was murdered at the Old National Bank shooting. I'm so sad for all of those that are missing loved ones right now, whether they lost them at natural disasters, the pandemic, or senseless acts of violence. In fact, up to his last day, Tommy was working hard to put us in the best possible position like he always did, pushing people to help, being my very good friend. I'm missing Virginia Moore. But her spirit of love and inclusion lives on. And tonight I'm grateful for my incredible family. My wife, Brittany, who shows me every day how love and empathy can transform lives. My 2 kids, Lila and Will. They are the reason why I do this. They're the why and everything. They are who I love more than anyone else on this earth. They are my heart, and I desperately want a better Commonwealth for them and every other Kentucky kid. A lot taller than they were 4 years ago. And to the best parents that a son could have, Steve and Jane Beshear, who raised me to give back. Let's give them a big round of applause for everything they've done. I want to thank my current and your future Lieutenant Governor, Jacqueline Coleman. While there are a lot of people in here to thank, I do really want to thank a good friend of mine that at this time, 4 years ago, we just finished a campaign. He's become an incredible part of this administration. We could not govern without a Mr. Rocky Atkins. So tonight, we celebrate, but we also plan for the road ahead. To everyone out there, please join us. This campaign is big enough for people of all parties in all parts of the state. All you have to believe in is that better Kentucky we desperately want for our kids. To understand that a good job, access to health care, great public education, and public safety aren't partisan at all. And those are the questions that every parent has to answer when they sit down after putting their kids to bed before they worry about anything going on in Washington, D.C. We need a campaign focused on what will move us not to the right or the left, but to move every single Kentucky family forward. We need you. Donate if you can afford it. Talk to your neighbors. See one of our organizers with clipboards to get signed up to volunteer. Folks, folks, in 2019, we outworked Matt Bevan. And we will outwork whoever comes out on the other side tonight. Together, we will win this election, and we will build the Kentucky we have always dreamed of. Thank y'all, guys.